Anthony Hartwig here with a LABRAE volleyball player profile. We're joined by senior Shelby Bragg. Shelby, thanks for coming on talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is it. This is your last go around. What's it feel like kind of having this last season and realizing that it's your last chance to kind of leave a legacy at LABRAE?
I mean, it's super exciting. I think we have a great group of girls this year. We all really enjoy our time just not only being at volleyball, but being around our entire team. And we love working towards the goal of getting better every single day.
Now, you've been a staple on this volleyball team and a leader as a setter for quite a bit, but what kind of feels different about this year as far as your leadership? Do you feel any different, or do you feel like leadership has kind of been the same, everything's been same for you for a while?
I feel like I definitely have more of a leadership role this year, especially just having more experience from being on the court for my last 3 or 4 years. So, I mean, yeah, I think being a senior definitely does bring more leadership.
You look back at, your great career, and obviously, like you just said, you've been on the court for a while with this team. What are the biggest changes you've seen yourself from when you started your career to now?
Definitely a lot of improvement in my setting. Coach Kish and Coach Aldridge have helped me tremendously through my high school career. And overall, just volleyball IQ, I guess, would be a good word. Just knowing when to set somebody, when not to set somebody, how they like their sets, and all of the stuff that goes into being a better player.
We've talked to a lot of seniors, of course, and we like to ask them when it sets in that they're a senior. When do they start to feel like, they are a senior? Some of them say right when they start. Some of them say they don't feel it until it's senior night. Has it set into you yet that you are a senior and this is the last year?
It definitely has, especially going into our second round of conference play. Play Garrettsville tonight, which has always been a tough matchup throughout my years in high school. So realizing that might be the last time I play them is definitely kind of crazy. It definitely flew by really fast, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Before we talk about the rest of the last and the last hurrah of this volleyball season, I want to talk about your journey and the start. When did you kind of pick up the sport of volleyball? When did you fall in love with it? And when did you kind of find yourself working so hard to be the player you are?
I started playing my 7th grade year, but through my childhood, I'd attended like our LABRAE kids camps for volleyball, and I really enjoyed it. I think 8th grade is when I really started to love it, and that love's just continued with me throughout my high school career. So definitely sad that this is my last year, but.
Now, it's the last year of volleyball, but it won't be the last time we see you because you got another season of softball to get taken care of, and we know that's a sport that you take a lot of time and consideration, and it is a sport that you are trying. Well, I'm assuming hoping to come and play at the next level in, right?
Yes.
So when you talk about softball, volleyball, balancing multiple sports, balancing school, it's a juggling act. So talk about kind of being a multiple sport athlete and how you're able to kind of put your full energy in both and make sure that both get the care and the time they deserve.
I think being a multi-sport athlete generally just helps being like better at each sport. I would say I think some of my skills in volleyball have translated to my skills in softball and vice versa. Softball's definitely been my number one throughout my whole life. It's something I love to do, something I love to play. And it takes a lot of time to put work into both, but I definitely think it's worth it. Yeah.
So like we said, softball is your number one. What was the fork in the road that said softball is a sport that I want to pursue, not just in high school, but at the next level as well?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I fell in love with softball when I was around, I would say 8. So I've definitely played it longer than I have volleyball-wise. But something about being on the softball field just brings me so much joy and so much peace. So
you picked the two sports that it is almost impossible to play a perfect game in. Like, you're not going to get a perfect at bat every time you get up. This league in softball, you're not going to have a night where every set is on point and every hit goes your way. What does it tell you about your mental, toughness to be able to excel at two sports that are kind of built to have you fail every now and then?
yeah, it's definitely been hard with mental health and stuff like that, but it's made me stronger overall as a person and as an athlete. Like you said, you can't be perfect every single time, especially at softball and at volleyball. But I think it's definitely made me stronger as a person, and I think it's even given me more confidence to know that I don't have to be perfect every single time, and I don't have to be perfect every single day.
Now, I know for some people that's hard. How much of a perfectionist are you? Like, how much do you strive to get everything exactly the way it needs to be?
I'm definitely a perfectionist. You could ask so many of my friends, and they would say the same thing. But I think it's just helped me work harder, and it's helped me become the player I am today.
We like asking seniors about leaving a legacy and what they kind of want to leave on the teammates that will be there when they graduate. What kind of things do you want to leave your teammates on the volleyball team with when it's their turn to lead?
I want to leave them with a fun environment. I know this year we've really tried to make sure we had fun every single day while we're at practice, but still be able to work hard. I want to make sure that these next upcoming seniors can do the same thing for the underclassmen this year.
If we were gonna ask the seniors of next year what they learned from being your teammate and what kind of leadership qualities they learned from having you as a leader this year, what would you hope their answer would be?
I hope they would just talk about how much I love the game. Sometimes it is difficult when you play a bad game to still be able to go on and cheer your teammates on. But really, like these past couple years, I've been trying to, even if I'm not doing well in the game, to still be able to cheer on everybody else and all of my teammates and their successes.
Who are some of the girls on this team that you think you've taken under your wing a little bit? And when they find their ways to succeed after you're gone, you're going to be a little bit of a proud person because you know that you had a little bit of a say in what they were able to do.
Definitely my juniors, because I've grown up with them probably my whole life, and I've played volleyball with them for forever. Leah Diarmid is one of my best friends, along with Riley Rowe. I've known both of them forever. I've played softball and volleyball with them. So seeing them like grow up and I guess finding their way on the court, it's really exciting to see.
Those juniors kind of feel like seniors a little bit because they've been playing for so long and they were immediate impacts when they came in as a freshman. What's it like to kind of know that this program's in a great spot when you leave because those juniors have been on that varsity floor for a long time and they know exactly what to do to take care of things?
Yeah, I'm so excited for them. I know they're going to be able to step up and take that leadership role once we have 3 seniors this year. So I know that our juniors this year are going to be able to step up and help lead this team next year. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
All right, the success you've been able to have makes you a role model. I'm sure there's a lot of middle school volleyball players and even maybe younger in the LABRAE community that kind of look up to you and your varsity teammates and want to be where you are. What's it like being a role model to people and having that reality in your face that there are people that look up to you?
It feels great, honestly. Everybody has their own journey. So even just being able to be a small part that they look up to or that inspires them, I hope that I don't only inspire them as just like a player, but inspire them to be like a fun and cheerful teammate as well.
When maybe one of those little girls comes up to you and asks you for advice on how to get to where you're at or how to succeed in varsity sports, what kind of advice do you give them?
Don't try and be perfect. I would definitely say, like I was talking about it earlier, that it can really take a toll on, I guess, how you feel if you're not perfect every single time. But when you own up to your mistakes and you work harder to try and fix them rather than just getting upset about them, I think that definitely helped me improve as a player.
I'm sure you've heard that advice a lot. Don't try to be perfect, Shelby. We're going to flip that question. Who are your role models? Who are the people that you look up to in life and the people that you know kind of have your back through tough times?
Definitely my family and my friends. My parents have given me endless support and endless love. So I'm so grateful for all they provided for me. And then my friends have always been someone I can lean on, someone I could talk to, and that seen every single side of me. They know who I am, and they really care about me and support me through everything I do.
You and these LABRAE athletes, especially on the volleyball team, might be some of the most photographed teams that we have, because you got Phoenix out there doing their thing, but then you got your mom. I've seen her with a camera a lot.
Yeah.
What's it like to kind of have all this library of just endless memories that you have with your volleyball team?
I know in the future I'm going to be so grateful for them, just knowing that I can be able to look back on things that I was doing, my friends were doing, and my teammates. So I'm super grateful for both of them to be able to take these awesome pictures for us.
Does your mom ever catch you in a picture that you're like, Mom, what are we doing? Can we delete that one?
I've definitely told her to delete a couple pictures.
We get told that we'll post a picture or something and we'll get a message, delete that, delete that. Okay.
Really?
No, we get it. We get it. We get it. Okay. We understand the struggle out there. Let's talk about you in the school. What's your favorite subject to learn, and what are some things that you've loved studying in your career at LABRAE?
I'm very much a math person. It's something I've not found easy, but I enjoyed being able to work with numbers. But I also do find English fun too. Very much the grammar and the writing I do enjoy.
Now that makes you a unicorn, because usually people that say math are like, keep me away from English and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that, like, props to that. What are some things you want to study when you graduate high school and you go on to the next chapter?
I plan to study marketing or business of some sort. I'm not exactly sure what type of occupation I want, but I know that as of now, for major, I would like to study marketing.
Staying with the numbers, right? Punch those numbers, get that money. And speaking of business, if you had your own business, what do you think it would be?
That's a great question. Probably, definitely something sports wise. I would love to stay inside like the sports community and be able to work with different athletes.
When you talk about next level in the colleges that you're looking at, are you trying to travel a little bit, or do you want to stay closer to home?
I want to stay closer to home. I think 2 weeks ago I decided to verbal commit to Slippery Rock to play softball.
Let's go. Breaking news live on the interview. That you're going to be I think, what, the third or fourth YSN member to be a part of that Slippery Rock team. What are they doing to get all these local athletes over there? What made you pick Slippery Rock? What were some of the things that kind of drew you to that program?
Honestly, the coaches were amazing. They cared so much about not just me as a player, but it seemed like they cared about me as a person and as a student. They were really passionate about their program, which is something I really enjoyed. Slippery Rock's academics are great, and it's only about, I think, an hour and 15 minutes away from home. So I can still come home and visit my parents and my friends whenever I want.
This is kind of morphing into an interview about committing in softball, but when you talk about being able to accomplish something that you've worked for so long, like you said, you've always wanted to play college softball. You've always wanted to kind of go to the next level for softball. To be able to verbally commit and say, okay, I have that locked down now. What'd that feel like to you?
I feel like it relieved a lot of pressure. At the beginning of my junior year, I was definitely stressed out about where I wanted to go to school, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to major in, all of this different stuff. So knowing that I was able to work hard and actually pursue this dream of mine is super exciting, and I'm so happy to see like what the future has in store.
When you verbally committed, who was the first person that you made sure knew that you had your home for the next 4 years locked down?
My parents were there with me when I made the phone call to Coach Rice, but I immediately told my high school softball coach, Coach Buck, and I told my best friends.
Awesome. Those are the people that I have to know. And as we talk about people in your life, we'll have the final question that we ask all of our athletes and coaches when they leave the interview. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself a little bit and shine on the people in your life that mean the most to you, the ones that you wouldn't be where you are without. So I want to give you the time to give out some shout outs and some thank yous to the people in your life that really deserve it.
I definitely want to thank God. He's given me so much guidance through not only this journey, but throughout my entire life. He's helped me with different decisions, and he's given me so many blessings that I'm so grateful for. Obviously, my parents, I would be nowhere without them either. They've constantly supported me and loved me. And when I wanted to get better, they took and helped me make that sacrifice. And then, of course, my friends too, and all of the coaches and teammates that have been with me on this journey. I wouldn't be anywhere without them. And just knowing that I have a group of people that I surround myself with and that I'm happy to call not only my friends, but my family as well.
Shelby, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us today, and letting us into your senior journey. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Yep. Thank you so much for having me.